Hey, it's Greg Otten here with MaritimeGardening.com, and today I'm going to talk about garlic and how I choose which ones to save, and also some results I've had using grocery store garlic, just so you can see the contrast. So stay with me, let's have a look. Alright, so I've harvested all my garlic, and I got about somewhere between 85 and 90 garlic here, all harvested. So I was going to wait a little longer, but I pulled one just to use in a meal last night, and the top snapped off, so I got concerned that I was waiting too long. It's one of these guys here. So I got a bit nervous. So I decided to pull them all. I didn't want to wait too long. So yeah, I got about 85. And so how do I determine how much to save for next year? I still don't think this is enough garlic for me to last all year, which is my ultimate goal. So I want to grow my crop a little bit more for next year. So based on that goal, I think that the simplest thing to do would be to, I know if I save a quarter of that, so let's say, if I save 20, and there's about 5 bulbs per garlic, so that's 20 times 5 should give me 100 of 100 garlic next year. But I'd like to go maybe a little bit further, so I'm going to save 25 from all of these. And which ones I'm going to select? I'm going to select the 25 biggest and best. Okay, so all the ones down here, these are my lousiest garlic. It's still a good size. A lot of them are, this is about 2.5 inches wide. But if I show you by contrast, here's a big garlic, right? So, big difference, right? So I want to be saving ones like this for seed, not these. I want to eat these. So I'm going to pick out all 25 of the biggest, best looking ones, set them aside. And that's from among this group. So I'm not going to put you through that, especially with this wind here. It's kind of annoying, and my apologies for whatever noise that's making. But yeah, I've set aside the biggest ones over here, and from these I'm going to pick the 25 best to save as seeds. And I'll just hang them in a cool, dark place with a bit of airflow. I'm just going to hang them in my garage. I'm not going to, for these ones, the seed garlic, I'm not going to put them in a braid or anything like that. I'm just going to hang them with the bulb down, right? It's not too complicated. You take about 5, you tie a rope near the top, and you just hang them off something. I'm going to hang them off a shelving unit I have in my garage, to tell you the truth. And in terms of cleaning, I just, rip these, you don't have to go too crazy, but you try to rip these roots off, and just give them a quick, once they're dry, just give them a quick brushing off with your fingers. You want to get off anything that's going to hold moisture, right? So, give an example of that. So I take this one here and I just rip this stuff off, right? Give it a little rub, and that's ready to hang. Okay? Here's a nice big old fat one. What a monster. That's got to be 4 inches. So get off some of this lower stuff. Rip this off down here. Give it a little rub like that. I can still feel moisture here, so it needs to dry a little bit longer. I'll probably leave these out for the afternoon, and then this evening I'll bring them in. That's about as clean as that guy needs to be. That's fine. That guy's ready to be hung. Right? And then I'll break these up in late October and stick them back in the ground. Now, the other topic. Grocery store garlic versus seed garlic. Sorry for the wind here. So this is music garlic. This is seed garlic bought from a garden center. Okay? So is this. These red ones were organic garlic that I bought at a grocery store. I just thought I'd stick them in the ground. So I lay those ones out. All of them have this bit of red. These ones matured quicker than the music garlic, but they're all about that size, which is fine, right? But these music garlic, boom, right? These music garlic cost the same as seed garlic, right? These food garlic were basically the same price as these. So, and they taste, it's not like these are, you know, the more delicious or something like that. They both taste, at least by my distinction, perfectly garlic, right? So for the money, I'd go with this baby if I were you. Now, when I bought these at the garden center, they weren't this size. The ones I bought as seed garlic were like that. Okay? About like that. But every year I save the biggest ones and I eat the smaller ones. So let's say 3 years ago, 4 years ago, that's when I bought this house and started planting garlic here. I was starting with these and I'm here now, right? And if you look, I'm putting aside the majority of my garlic that I'm saving, the majority of the garlic I picked, so of the 85, I'd say 60 to 50 are bigger than the garlic I started with because I've been selecting for size. So it's a good strategy, and it's an effective strategy, so I would recommend it to anyone, despite the urge to eat your big fat garlic, right? Or give them away, you can show off to your friends and so on. Eat the little crappy garlic. So of all the music garlic I planted last year from my own saved seeds, only a handful were smallish, and even then that's respectable. That's a 2.5 inch garlic there. But yeah, the grocery store garlic, not nearly as impressive. Funny shapes, right? That one's not bad. And I'm sure if I started selecting for size, I'm sure I could get them. Maybe I'll keep one, just put it aside. This is the biggest of all of them. Maybe I'll put that guy aside and plant him next year and see what happens. Right? Maybe I can get them to where these ones are. But if you have the option, and you can go get, and I'm growing music. These are hardneck variety garlic. I'm growing them here because they're a variety that does well here. They don't mind the cold at all. So you have to make your own decisions based on where you live and what your growing conditions are. But for the money, I'd go with the music garlic, and I'd go with the seed center garlic, because my first year I got garlic that were bigger than this, right? With really good soil, really good organic soil with lots of nutrients and stuff. The garlic that you grow from your seed garlic, some of them are going to be bigger than what you started with. And if you keep selecting for that quality, you're going to get to this. Oh man, it's got to be 4 inches across. It's almost the width of my hand, right? Is it the width of my hand? Pretty darn close, right? My hand's 4 inches across. So yeah, just some thoughts on that issue for those that are interested in thinking about that sort of thing. Another issue is that seed garlic from a garden center, they're supposed to be carefully selected to avoid things like white rot. You could have garlic that grew successfully in soil that have the white rot fungus, but the fungus is on them, and they could bring that into your soil, and then your soil is contaminated and you're out of the garlic business for quite a while. So another reason to get, I can't verify the truth value of that statement, it's just what I've read. These are grocery store garlic, these are seed center garlic. I don't believe I have white rot in my soil because I'd be having issues and all my garlic grew successfully. But man, not worth the risk if you've got the option. One other topic, just so you can get a sense of why this is so worth your while. I mean, garlic grow really well with other plants because they don't have leaves that make shade. They're just spikes, so they can be planted in with your tomatoes, your kale, your rhubarb, whatever. You can jam them in anywhere, in with your strawberries for that matter. So I got about 85 heads of garlic here, maybe 90. And I started off, I would say the money I spent on seed garlic is probably $25, maybe 30. And that would have been, I don't even know if it's 30, maybe $25 a few years ago. So you know, I'm looking at a good value is worth $1. How much would this be? 85. Any one of these garlic to buy like that would be like a $3 garlic or $2 garlic, right? So we're looking at, if I got 80 garlic, we're talking at least $160 worth of garlic this year, right? And that's based on a $25 outlay 3 years ago. So yeah, it's definitely worth doing. Especially given how easy they are to plant, right? You just stick them in the ground and you wait, you know, 9 months and you got garlic. So totally worth it, totally worth the effort, totally worth trying. If you haven't tried it before, get some garlic in the ground this fall around October. If you live in if you're in a zone 5, zone 6 type area, late October is when to go about doing that. And around now is about when to pull them, right? Hope that's helpful. Alright, just a few tricks and tips on saving garlic and the kind of results you can get using grocery store versus seed variety garlic from a garden center. I hope that was helpful. If you enjoyed this, check out our other YouTube videos, and also check out our podcast, maritimegardening.com. Until next time, get out there, get at it, and have fun in your garden. Thanks, bye.